subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update. Hello everyone! Today on Lady Mary Bath, we are shopping a huge rummage sale hosted by Second Blessings Resale behind these doors at Bearing Church. They have curated items from the last 12 months and they're taking them out of storage today, showing you all the deals on this unboxing day for the rummage sale. Join me. On Friday and Saturday of the sale, these containers behind me will be unloaded. There will be furniture filling the parking lot and shoppers lined up. Let's head on into the parish hall and I will show you the Christmas collection and some amazing tabletop treasures. I'm excited to take you inside. We will have a first look at Christmas. Wonderful ways to add to your tabletop collection and some great gifts and decor. You may see some familiar patterns, nativity sets, Santas. They even have holiday linens. We'll take a look at everything as they are setting up today. This beautiful gold rim pattern is vintage, mid-century, and affordable. $6 for this small dish. You don't need the pattern. You could fill that with some chocolate truffles. The Queen's Rosina China Company in Yuletide. A cup and saucer to start your day for $4. I like that they price these individually. So many great finds here. One more reason to not shop retail for the season. The Christmas shop is festive, fun, and full of deals. This needlepoint pillow is only $4. Let's have a look at some of the holiday dishes and decor. An easy Christmas accent with these decorative pillows, and add joy with these stocking holders for $9. Vintage teacups and saucers would be a great collection, especially for Christmas. This one has a beautiful back stamp, Plumber Limited. This was an upscale New York department store, and this pattern was made from the 30s to the 60s by Barker Brothers in England. They closed in 1962. Tudor Rose Bone China, the festive garlands pattern made in England, would be a great addition to your white dishes. 11 pieces for $38. A Santa chip clip, why not, for 25 cents. Brand new in a box from Restoration Hardware, a set of 3 votives for $9, Peace, Noel, and Joy. More vintage Christmas dishes for $12. These snack sets are dreamy with a gold rim. I've never seen any like this in a Christmas pattern. A vintage holiday pattern you may not be familiar with. This is Yuletide. If we turn it over and look at that beautiful back stamp, we see it is from the Rosina China Company, bone china made in England. This is a brand that originated in 1941 and was in existence through 1988. It has an interesting history. When Warlow and Sons was acquired by two brothers, Derek and Oswald Shufflebottom, and they created the Rosina China brand. Lots of Christmas mugs and a cookie jar that could serve as gift packaging perhaps for $10. That is fun. Could also be a centerpiece. Could get creative with that. Some familiar holiday patterns. This one is not Spode Christmas, you will see. It is similar, from Cuthertson, the original Christmas tree. I will tell you more about the history of this pattern. And we can compare it to the Spode Christmas as well. You will notice Santa is not atop the tree on this pattern. The original Christmas tree pattern from Fred Cuthertson. He designed this in 1922, and it was sold in his New York City store, produced in Ohio. After World War II, he moved production to England. It's often compared to another very popular and familiar Christmas pattern. Both of these patterns are great choices if you're looking for an iconic Christmas pattern. The Cuthertson features more primary colors with the ornaments, toys, and wrapped presents, and shines brightly with the star tree topper. The Spode Christmas Tree has that nice wide green band, pastel colors, and is a bit friendlier, I think, and more plentiful. If you're looking to add one of these, you want to go with one that is still made today. The Cuthertson features the mistletoe inside the teacup, which was also copied by Spode when Harold Holdway designed it. These plates could be used as a side salad, but it's actually a bone plate. And here we have made in England, which is what you want to look for when you're buying Spode Christmas. It is made in Malaysia today. Melamine plates, $22 for a set of 11, kid-friendly. The best-selling China pattern got its start in 1938, designed by Harold Holdway for Spode, known for the Santa atop the tree. And the idea came about from a U.S. China salesman, Sidney Thompson, who realized that we needed a Christmas pattern, and it is much beloved and #1 selling in the United States. Perfect for your breakfast. The Frühstücksbrett, or breakfast board, is from Nico Happy Holidays, $4, with best wishes for a happy holiday season and a bright new year. Love these vintage glasses, a set of 8 for $8. We can find some great tabletop essentials and collectibles. From 1970, this $4 Partridge in a Pear Tree collector's plate is the first in a series from Spode. We have all the history on the back side. It tells the story and the original price, $35 back in 1970. That is a lot of money. You don't have to have the fine bone china to add cheer to your holiday table. Royal Seasons stoneware, microwave and dishwasher safe is an affordable option. And if you might need a platter to bring cookies to your neighbor or for a potluck, $10 could also display that. Vintage glassware is always a good idea. The Holly and Berries Double Old Fashions from the Libby Glass Company, a set of 5 for $3. Be a wonderful way to start the day filled with juice. Another cookie jar for $12. I like that penguin. You'll notice lots of angels and Santas. Some of these are tree toppers, which can also work well to use in your holiday decor and as a centerpiece, as we recently saw at Hidden Treasures consignments in their holiday launch. $10 is a fair price for the angel tree toppers. Santa is making his list and checking it twice. I like that they have different colors and themes, this Victorian Santa and a woodland Santa Claus. The perfect packaging, $3, $1, $2. These are my prices. One of my favorite ways to package small gifts. And the best part is you can tuck jewelry inside. I like that ornament. They have a great selection. $4 for this snowman. Some traditional colors, and I like the nutcracker. Gives me some ideas. Affordable Christmas packaging options with these sequined boxes. Some of these have a hanger. You can place them on the tree for $3 and $1. These are reusable and fun packaging. This Merry Christmas pillow would fit nicely on the cherub in my entryway. And Santa, love anything needlepoint, and he is in a seated position. You could prop him on something, even an entryway table. Very well priced. And I see a Waterford Crystal heirloom ornament. I'll tell you more about when they launched their holiday heirloom collection. $3 is my kind of price. And this would be perfect for my friend's tree. These are her colors, brand new in a box. In 1994, Waterford Crystal expanded their brand to writing instruments, linens, and hand-blown glass ornaments. This wedge cut design from Waterford is well priced at $3, would have retailed probably for about $30. These trees can be placed on a silver tray as a centerpiece or a decorative item. Find your way in the dark with a Santa night light for $2. That's not something you see too often. I quite like it. Brand new in boxes with Hallmark keepsake. This is from 2017. Priced at $25. Love that tall gold angel. Hallmark ornaments are also highly collectible. And the Baker Santa would be perfect for your kitchen for $2. I'm loving the needlepoint Santa. You can tell this has been handmade. It is not something made in China. Someone spent lots of time and effort on this. Vintage ornaments go on for days. There's something for everyone. $2.50. That would be great to use as a garland. From JCPenney's 12 Days of Christmas. These are ornaments that are actually bells. I'm thinking that's probably from the 1970s. And it's never been used. Eat, drink, and be merry. Love it. For just a few dollars, you can add something that is affordable and sustainable to your holiday decor. 1950s poodle skirt. And these I remember well. Our mothers bought the patterns and cut them out and stitched them together. $1. Biltmore Estate. Some of my Florida friends just went to the Biltmore and sent me an ornament. What a wonderful time they had. A great selection of ornaments. You could have something nostalgic for $1 from the 1970s, or this angel for $2. The deal of the day with this gold overlay for $5. This could also be used as a piano scarf. Place a crystal nativity set on top and use it on your dining table or coffee table. Love it. The Lenox Nouveau Christmas placemats, a set of 6 for $8. And a bread cover for $2. Be a nice festive way to add some warm rolls to your dining table and dinner service. Hand-painted cocktail napkins, set of 4 for $5. These look to be painted on vintage linens. Lots of stockings, including the gingerbread, which is so popular. I know quite a few friends who are decorating with the gingerbread theme this year. And here's a great start to some holiday looks. You could spruce it up a bit. And these are just a few dollars. You could have fun at the craft store to add your own touches. I like the gold deer, the holiday villages, and they are still unpacking. There is so much more to add. 1960s 12 Days of Christmas brass ornaments in the original boxes. These are 14 karat gold plated for $5. Complete with lyrics so that you can have a sing-along as you trim the tree. Lots of resellers shop this rummage sale. It's an affordable way to add some vintage touches to your holiday decor. And these sell quickly. This sequin bag was $20 originally. Would fit a nice sterling ornament or piece of jewelry. $1, that's my kind of price. And reusable packaging. From William Arthur, these Christmas cards were priced at $32 from a local shop called Events. $1 is a deal. My wedding invitations were from William Arthur, purchased at Events. Papyrus, $5. And the Nutcracker cards. I would love to hear from you in the comments if you received one of my Christmas cards this year. And now I'm taking you into this vast room filled with treasures. These are all donated by local estate sales, items that didn't quite sell during their sale days, and they are given new purpose and new life at the rummage sale. The deals are rolling in here at the rummage sale. We have seen Christmas. There is lots to discover here in the parish hall. It's always time for tea. This blue and white beauty is from the Bombay Company. I featured the coffee tea set in one of my first videos from an estate sale. This is a familiar shape from Wedgwood, and you can tell it is an older piece with that chinoiserie. Eastern flowers pattern, price at $16. A classic cream and gold teapot, priced at $15. This would blend beautifully with your white dishes. It looks to be mid-century from Germany. Let's take a look at the back stamp. No surprise, it is Krautheim from Zelb, Bavaria, from the 1960s. Love the pop of color with the green. There is a lot to discover here. Some of the best deals that I have found. We'll have to take a look at some of these. From Royal Doulton, $10 for this Valerie figurine. And Lladro. The prices are amazing on these. So many treasures. I would love to hear from you in the comments if you collect figurines. And you won't believe the price. Incredible. And such detail. There are some exceptional deals as they are unboxing all of the items for the sale, including the Lladro Geisha Girl. She is $35. That is an exceptional price. I've shared the history of Lladro figurines in a recent visit to the Charity Guild shop of Catholic women just around the corner. Saucer champagnes from Miller Ragaska. Mr. Miller was the distributor for Waterford Crystal for many years and started his own company, made in Slovenia. The laurel leaf bowl from Waterford, $4. Yes, please. Fill that with some chocolates, cello, and a ribbon. You've got a great Christmas gift. More incredible finds with some top brands. I'm sure you recognize the Wedgwood Jasperware covered box for $12. And the Christmas collector's plates. Let's see what years they have. 1970, 1969. Love that. And Man on the Moon, the Apollo mission, July 20th, 1969. Living in Houston, that is a very special collector's plate. And my birth year, 1971. Peter Rabbit. I have some collections that I purchased in the 80s at Harrods. $8. Great dish for your desk. Top brands on this cart with the Wedgwood Jasperware covered box for $12. You could place this on a vanity, bookshelf, coffee table, many ways to utilize this and to enjoy the craftsmanship. I also see some collector's plates with my husband's year in Windsor Castle, 1969. The Alana pattern from Waterford Crystal. These sherry glasses are $15 each. It takes 14 hours of labor to produce each glass. I have such appreciation for the craftsmanship. The perfect Christmas gift, a Waterford Angel, priced at $28, with the original Waterford sticker on the underside. A pair of Orrefors Swedish Crystal Raspberry Votives for $10. At $5 each, that is absolutely amazing. Place a tea light inside, you got a great gift. An Orrefors vase. Baccarat for $75. Another Orrefors for $50. I like that square shape. And the Waterford Crystal Times Square collection. Isn't that interesting how it's made and it reflects? My friend John Stenson designed the original panels for the first Times Square drop and sent me one of the originals. And this is signed by Philip O'Keefe, the Times Square collection from 2000, and we see that seahorse integrated into the Waterford logo that debuted about that year. Let's see what's on the bottom shelf. The butterfly platter would be great for a spring table. From Lenox, the butterfly meadow. American Brilliant. Well priced at $10 for this bowl. It has a rich history that I've shared on the channel and at the Houston Glass Show. It is a great story of the American history and glass. This is a bust of Bartolomeo. Maria Innocenta was her name as she took her vows. $25 from Gobo. Shopping a rummage sale is a great way to thrift the gift. A pair of Orrefors Crystal raspberry votives for $10 and a Waterford Angel for $28. Lots of pottery pieces and cookie jars. These are highly collectible. We see these at Charles Keaton's Tents in Warrenton. And by the way, his unpacking day is March 12th. You want to mark your calendars for all the deals. Waterford Crystal candle holders for $35. Another perfect gift. And this pattern was quite popular in the 90s. $20 for a pair is great. Waterford Crystal launched the Marquee by Waterford line in the mid-90s. The Hanover Gold pattern was their best-selling. Gold rimmed and gorgeous. Perfect for your holiday table. And $20 is a good deal. I like that they feature all of these categories together. Vintage amber pressed glass candle holders. These are fabulous. What a statement that would make on your table. The most prolific glass pattern in U.S. glassmaking history. Fostoria American double light candle holders with that Art Deco styling. $30 for the pair would be an incredible addition to your table for all seasons. These look to be European, but they're actually made in the USA. $5 for the pair with the cobalt and gold. KB, USA. L.E. Smith Moon and Stars with this ice blue. $6 for the pair. Great price. The Port Merion Botanical Garden. This could be a warmer for your wax melts. I like all the different pottery that they feature here. And a covered box. Great start to a collection. This one is made in Russia for $6. This blue and white tile is made up of several parts. $12. I can see this incorporated into a kitchen backsplash. The pineapple cookie jars are vintage and they have the real McCoy. A Delft polychrome ginger jar. This would be a wonderful addition to a bookshelf centerpiece. There's that beautiful back stamp, Delft, made in Holland. This mid-century platter is a great piece. I bought this for my friend Star, who has an antique booth at Heights Antiques on Yale. A mid-century entertaining essential from Inarco. We turn it over and look at the back stamp. We see that information. It is the International Artware Corporation that was founded in 1960 in Cleveland, Ohio by Erwin Garber. This vibrant teal would be fun for your table. The Tracy Porter collection is familiar. We see lots of different styles within. 24 plates for $58 is a great deal. This is from the Evelyn collection. I have some Tracy Porter pieces I have used in styling my table. I encourage you to look at one of the older videos that has some great ideas. Perfect for spring entertaining. From the Department of the Navy, we have 2 rimmed soups. $5 for the pair. There's that insignia. The cobalt and gold. Absolutely love it. Let's turn it over and look at the back stamp and see who made it. Sterling China. Made in Ohio. These vintage Anchor Hocking pieces, $2. And Wedgwood with a classic white. 6 oversized rim soups, pasta bowls for $48 from their Grand Gourmet collection. Very much oversized. This has my attention. EAPG for $10. Has an interesting history, and I'll tell you more about it. Fascinating. EAPG is Early American Pattern Glass. This is a fair price at $10. There is such rich history with this. The time period is roughly 1850 to about 1910, and it is still collected today. Lots of detailing with the meandering Greek key design, which symbolizes infinity and eternity. You'll see that black inclusion there. That was part of the original process of the glass making, a bit rudimentary, and also gives us insight to its age. From one of my favorite China manufacturers just down the road from our house in Germany. $10 deal. A great find with the Alt Luxembourg or Vieux Luxembourg from Villeroy Boch. This German pattern has a rich history that I've shared in a previous visit to the Titti International consignment shop in Germany. $10 is a great deal, and this might be going home with me when the sale opens. Majolica ware is highly collectible, made by quite a few European manufacturers. SMF Germany. This looks to be about the 1920s. A wonderful find. Vintage glassware and elegant glass of the Depression era. These cobalt beauties are from about the 1930s. $9 for 3 glasses. Exquisite. You could serve martinis in these. And I can also see these for Christmas. Doesn't have to be red or green. The Duratough glasses, always a good idea. 6 for $12. Some German crystal, gold rimmed. You can elevate your table with these affordable glasses. A lighter look with the avocado green, $20 for a set of 8. Kentucky Derby glasses. These are collectible from 1981, a set of 11 for $30. You could even use these as vases, lining the table. These are exceptional from the Art Deco era, $30 for 5 glasses. I'll tell you more about the history. They look good, feel good, and the price is right. These look to be Miller Rogaska. And from Culver, mid-century highballs. A fabulous find in the glassware section. These tumblers are from Seneca Glass. It was founded by German immigrants and glassmakers in 1891 in Ohio. They later moved to West Virginia. Love that square base. These go for a lot on the secondary market. This is a great find today. Vintage glassware adds a curated look to your table. These anchor-hocking boopy sherbet dishes are ideal for sipping champagne and serving chocolate mousse. Don't overlook these next time you see them at your local antique consignment or thrift. I see Wilton Armitage and Hummels. I shared the history of the Hummel figurines and a visit to High Street Antiques in Dallas. We're working on the Dallas-Fort Worth Thrift Guide. Would love to hear from you about your favorite shops to feature. We bought this figurine for our daughter when she was 6 months old, her first visit to Germany, and it's $10 today. That's the original estate sale price. One of my favorite bowls. It was hard to pass this up, but I actually have one in my collection. We'll let someone else enjoy it. Marquis by Waterford. Well priced at $16. Marquis by Waterford launched the Nautic line in 1995. One of my bridesmaids' gifts was from the Nautic collection. This bowl is a great price at $16. You could fill it with seashells, serve a salad, fruit, and so much more. This American Brilliant nappy dish is a hidden gem for $8. Ideal for serving after dinner mints or chocolate truffles. A sterling-based saucier for $8. I can see a rum sauce for your bread pudding or raspberry sauce. Foley's, that box takes me back. An EAPG thistle patterned compote. Compotes are a wonderful gift and addition to your tabletop collection. I've shared lots of ideas in a segment early in the channel. I invite you to take a look at that. And they also have some pictures. Another great gift, tie some ribbons around it. For $18, this has quite a history. I've shared some of this in a visit to Max Miller Antiques at the marketplace. Carnival glass. This looks to be from Imperial. It is a great quality. $30 for the oversized sugar bowl and $40 for the covered dish. Brand new in a box, this Lenox Organics Collection bowl is $18. Great for gifting. One of my favorite finds of the day from Hazel Atlas, the Capri sandwich sets. A mid-century at its finest. The porcelain goes on for miles. It is dish paradise here. And if you're looking for something vintage, they have it. And so much more. The sweet flowers from Noritake, the Reverie pattern. $80 for the set. 23 pieces for $20. This seems too good to be true. And it's Limoges. Look at this back stamp full of history. I'll tell you more about it. 23 pieces of Limoges for $23. What a find. If you look at that back stamp, we have lots of information. T&V France, which is Tresman and Boat, made in the Limoges region. And also, it was made for a Philadelphia company. Some great history and a wonderful addition to your tabletop collection. And this is what $20 can get you at a rummage sale, a stack of pretty and practical Limoges plates with a bit of history. A striking design. These teacups and saucers are dreamy. I love that oval shape and silhouette. From Copenhagen Porcelain, made in Denmark by B&G, which is Bing and Grøndal. And we have the information on the back side commemorating Chopin. This would be perfect for tea time with those dessert plates or an after-dinner coffee. And these would blend quite well with any dish pattern. Does not have to match. And with so many, you might break these up and gift to friends. For $2.50, 2 demi-tasse with saucers from Minton. The Haddon Hall pattern is quite well known. Bone china from England. Hand-painted china. And one of my favorite Depression glass patterns, dogwood from Macbeth Evans. $5 for a cup and saucer. Perfect for spring. This hot red pattern is from a manufacturer you probably wouldn't expect, made from 1983 to 1986 by Villeroy Boch, and the Grenada pattern made in Luxembourg. Has a mid-century look to it. And one of their more modern patterns, the New Wave. And for V&B, that's a deal for $30. Fine porcelain. Quite the modern look. A current pattern that is still made today at their factory in Medlach. What a great day this has been at the rummage sale. We found lots of Christmas editions, porcelain, glassware, collectibles, and some amazing deals. So glad you joined me today for Second Blessings Epic Rummage Sale. We found some amazing deals. My favorite find of the day, the Cobalt Seneca glasses with a rich history. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Bath. Elevate your everyday with rummage sales.